Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're going to start off with a couple pictures of the before process of the area that we first started demoing in our new abandoned building. Apologize for the voiceover. We had some music we weren't thinking, and it's copyrighted. So we're going to start off with my little girl. She found all these little marbles and stuff that was embedded in that brown area with some basins and stuff that they had in there. And my buddy Nico wanted to tear down this shiplap, and so almost knocked him on the head when I was pulling on it a little bit. So now we're taking off some of the drywall, trying to get to the studs and the insulation so we can start removing that. Still my little girl searching for little gems and jewels and that stuff. And my buddy wanted to take a few whacks at this board, and he gave it his all, trying to get it, but to be quite fair, this board was really stubborn, so my wife thought she could take a few whacks at it, and she was wondering, wow, what is this thing made out of? She's giving it her all, so I had to come in. I ended up putting a few holes into it, but it weakened it enough where I can get it removed here in the end. They said they weakened it for me, so I'll give them that. I started pounding out some of the 2x6 structure here. If you're new to the channel, thanks for coming and watching this. If you're somebody returning, thank you also. We appreciate all the support. Got some pictures of me tearing that wall down, the drywall off, getting that removed. I ended up shoving a 2x6 in that corner there, so it held up that ceiling. So what I'm removing now is all the plywood and insulation out of the ceiling of the cooler, flower cooler that is. If you guys are unaware of what I mean by that, this used to be an old flower shop, and they had just a little cooler there where they could keep some of their fresh flowers. Obviously no longer need that. Here's a couple ceiling joists, final ceiling joists that I removed out of the way. And then I take this corner, see that was just barely staying up there. A little celebratory accomplishment there at the end. We started on the back wall. It just kind of, they had it sitting against this red iron there, so we kind of slid it out and took all the insulation from behind it, started tearing that apart. And then this is the old cooler door frame. Got that tore down. Again, a little celebratory. That was a lot of work to get to that point. See how that wall just kind of slid away? That's how it was on the other side. Pulling these sheets of plywood off. They had this place built like it was going to be exposed to a hurricane. I mean, they had tons of nails everywhere. Here's the rest of that wall that we're dismantling. Sorry if that light's a little bright for you. Some copper piping that was removed. Tearing this wall down. It's pretty much the last part of this cooler, so it felt really good to kind of get that knocked out of there. All right, now we're removing the ceiling tiles, getting access to that little section of wall that's dividing that area. Another piece of copper. They were curious on to see what was up there, but they thought the drop tiles were the ceiling, and I said I had to show them that there was still a whole roof up there getting all that wall cleaned up here. The knotty pine on the walls there. We were trying to save it. It's just impossible with the tongue and groove. I would have had to punch all the nails through, so we just kind of pried it off. Let's see, we'll pull this wall back and get that final chunk of this one side of the room removed. Hello, it's the last day of the weekend of demo, and we're just going to do a walkthrough, show you where we ended. And as you can see, we got this whole area tore down. We've got this all open. We got just piles of stuff that we have to get rid of, which is quite a few. We're just not sure what size dumpster to get quite yet, but we're going to be getting that soon to get rid of all of these piles. But we're just going to do a quick walkthrough after the weekend. It's kind of late, so follow this way. After obviously you saw all this already. So, and then we worked our way into this. We got the ceiling and these walls torn down, and now we're working our way into this back room. We got that little cove, cubby, whatever you want to call it, tore out. We still got the ceiling. We're going to start on that next. And we started tearing down this wall. We've got all of the shingle slats off of this wall, and we'll be removing that wall last after we get all of this and the drop ceiling, or the ceiling and everything out. This false floor, the two false floors will be getting ripped out of here, and well, and then all of this. So that's where we ended the long weekend, and we'll make some more progress, and we'll bring you back later. Thanks for watching.